Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are having a very rare day, and I really think we are going to have a very good opportunity to make very profitable trades, because a lot of people are not aware that we are supposed to be buying when the streets are red. So I am very excited, and of course today we are going to be talking about a very good trading opportunity that I found when it comes to EOS. Guys, there's going to be a lot of money which is going to be made. But of course, before we talk about alternative cryptocurrencies such as EOS or Litecoin, we have to look at Bitcoin and just find out exactly where Bitcoin is going to go, because obviously wherever Bitcoin goes, this is where a lot of alternative cryptocurrencies usually go. So without further ado, let's take a brief look at Bitcoin. Then we're also going to look at EOS and most likely Litecoin. Litecoin has dropped by about 6%. EOS has dropped about 9%, which is very amazing. I mean, if you really do the right thing right now, you can really end up making a lot of money. So without further ado, let's jump into Bitcoin. So obviously it's very clear to see that Bitcoin was having a very down trend, and obviously we have been trading in this very tight range. I think it has been very tight, and I'm sure you guys have been obviously swing trading this, and you have been making very good opportunities. But the main question really stands: are we going to finally drop down? Because we have been forming something which is very similar to a very bearish flag, right? And what usually happens is that the move is obviously going to continue towards the downside. Is today going to be the day where Bitcoin is going to finally drop and find a little bit of support? Are we going to have a move which is obviously going to take us down and obviously get us to find a little bit of support, like right around this area, around 3,550 or below? I am very looking forward to finding out exactly where Bitcoin is going to end up going, but I have a little bit of evidence that really suggests that today is not really going to be that day. If we take a look at the RSI, you guys can clearly observe that we are running out of juice. Obviously the bears today are not really going to manage to push us to the downside. So obviously, if this move is going to continue, it's most likely going to be another day, let's say tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I mean, because we are clearly running out of juice. But of course, anything can happen whenever we really cross this threshold. I really think this is a very important area, because I really think that once we cross the 3,659 level, once we go below this level, a lot of sell triggers are going to be triggered, and we are obviously going to have a very drastic downside, or rather downtrend momentum. So as soon as we go below this wick right over here, I'm sure we are definitely going to have a lot of fireworks to the downside. So let's move over to the 4-hourly chart, and you guys can clearly see that we are definitely at the bottom of the RSI, and the most likely scenario is us to have a little bit of a bounce back to the upside. And obviously, I don't know, maybe we might end up doing what we did right around this area. Do you guys see this 4-hour chart right over here, right? We had a very good bounce to the upside. Like ever since we dropped from this area, we ended up, propelling back to the upside. This is not really guaranteed, and most likely we are definitely going to continue going towards the downside. This is a very tough one. I have a little bit of mixed feelings when it comes to EOS, because it's really giving me a lot of mixed signals right now. It's very difficult for us to determine where exactly it's going to go, but we have a little bit of hope. Let's pull up the Fibonacci levels, but first of all, before we jump into the Fibonacci levels, I really want to point out one thing to you guys. Do you guys really see what's about to happen right around this area? Look at this exciting event which is about to happen in the midst of our eyes. So this is what we call a golden cross. This is a situation where the 50 EMA usually crosses above the 200 EMA. So the red line that you guys are seeing is actually the 50 EMA, the white line is the 200 EMA. So what we are experiencing is a situation that is a very bullish indicator to a lot of cryptocurrency traders out there. But in case you guys are being very skeptical, let me just show you something that really happened to the price of Litecoin. By the way, this is a Litecoin chart, right? When the 50 EMA really took over and crossed above the 200 EMA, right, we had a very good situation where we ended up going extremely high, and a lot of people really made a lot of money. This is a situation which was like way profitable to trade, and a lot of people actually really got to like make about 50% profit. The other micro bullish indicator that I really wanted to point out to you guys is usually when the 20 EMA crosses above the 50 EMA. This is what really happened to the price of Litecoin. Right around this area, we had a crossover where the 20 EMA really went above the 50 EMA, and we had like a mini bull run, if I can put it that way. And then we later on had the 50 EMA crossing above the 200 EMA, and then we eventually had that amazing run up right around this area. So if you guys have been trading EOS, right, you guys are going to discover that we obviously had this situation where the 20 EMA crossed above the 50 EMA. And by the way, this is the EOS BTC chart, so we are back on EOS. So the people who actually got to buy EOS right around this area when the 20 EMA crossed above the 50 EMA, right, they really ended up making a lot of money trading this bullish move right over here. But guys, don't worry, we still have a lot of opportunities. We still have a lot of you know, chances to make a little bit of money. So if we are really going to end up doing this where the red line crosses above the white line, well, we're just going to see what's really going to happen either today or tomorrow. Then we are obviously going to have very good trading opportunities when it comes to EOS, because eventually we are obviously going to end up you know, having a more bigger bullish move as well, just like we had with Litecoin right around this area. So you guys are really up for something which is going to be able to make you quite a lot of money if obviously Bitcoin is going to be very stable, and if Bitcoin is going to end up, you know, having a little bit of stable support where a lot of alternative cryptocurrencies can end up doing well eventually. So this is one of the reasons why I am really buying the dip right now. I'm actually getting to buy a lot of EOS, and I'm really going to be able to, you know, trade this and really be able to buy EOS at a very cheap price. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and whatever you do, you have to be very responsible and you have to trade very responsibly, because trading cryptocurrencies is extremely risky, and we might have a situation where EOS just ends up correcting and really just end up dropping and just, you know, going crazy to the downside. So you just want to be very careful and make sure that you're not really going to have a lot of risk. But whenever we have a situation where cryptocurrencies usually drop by, I don't know, more than 8%, we usually end up correcting and really bouncing back. So like whenever you have like a very vicious move to whatever side, right, there's always going to be a correction in the upward direction. So this is one of the reasons why I really think that this 9% drop is a very good entry for me. But of course I understand that there's a lot of risk. According to this Fibonacci retracement, right, we are obviously in the 50% price point, right, and obviously dropping as low as 61.8% fib level is going to be a very good entry. So anything which is going to be right around this area, right around the 61.8% fib level, around or rather below 8,000 Satoshi, is going to be a very great entry. And obviously this is where we found a lot of resistance as well. As you guys know, previous resistance becomes the next support. So I'm really looking forward to buying or rather purchasing a lot of EOS right around the 61.8% fib level, which is going to be about 8,000 Satoshi or below. Let's look at some more Fibonacci retracements as well, because we just have to be sure of what exactly we are doing. So if you guys had to be very conservative, if you guys have got a lot of patience, right, you can obviously do the most risk-free type of move where you get to buy in EOS like right around the 7,078 Satoshi level. Like this is obviously going to be the best entry when it comes to, you know, the whole entire bullish move. This is like from the bottom all the way to the top right over there, and this is the Fibonacci retracement level, and the 68.8% fib level is going to be a very good entry if you guys really want to, you know, take a little bit of risk and just try to get in as early as possible, right, in order for you guys to like capitalize off of the next upcoming moves. Obviously you can try to look at these you know, entries as well, but they are very risky and I wouldn't advise anybody to like follow them, because you have to eliminate all the amount of risk as much as you can. So obviously we dropped below the 61.8% fib level, right, which is very bearish. So we are obviously like close to the 78.6% fib level. So as you guys can see, we obviously found a little bit of support right around the 83,056 Satoshi level, which is corresponding to the 78.6% fib level. And as you guys can clearly see, we are facing a lot of support according to the 200 EMA. Remember, the white line is the 200 EMA. So obviously if we are going to continue dropping, we are obviously going to find like more support like right around this area, which is going to be around 8,138 Satoshi. I hope that everything is clear. So you guys have to look at the different entries that I gave you. Check out the amount of risk that you are willing to take in order for you to like benefit off of this trade, and just try to like get in a different level so that you can try to get the best deal as possible. But according to the EMAs, according to the Fibonacci levels and all these indicators, it really seems like we are obviously going to end up doing very well. But you guys always have to keep an eye on the EMAs, because we might end up having a situation where the 50 EMA is going to go away from the 200 EMA. We might have a situation where the 200 EMA goes like that. If this is going to happen, right, obviously that bullish move is going to be very unlikely to happen, if I can put it that way. So you guys always have to like keep an eye on these things and just see how everything is going to end up playing out. That's all I had to talk to you guys about today. I'm really excited, and I really hope that this golden cross is going to turn out to be very true, and we are most likely going to end up making a little bit of money. But in case that really doesn't you know, come to fruition, I'm obviously going to have like an alternative trade for you guys. I'm going to, you know, have an update for you guys, and we are obviously going to find other trading opportunities as well. So it's been your boy Muna. Welcome to Beyond 10x. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, because I'm going to be bringing you back-to-back value entertainment type of videos, and you guys are going to be like benefiting as well. So all you gotta do is drop me a comment in the comment section below, in case you have a little bit of suggestions, in case you have a little bit of you know, questions as well. So yeah, I'm obviously going to talk to you guys a little bit later, which really means tomorrow, and hasta la vista. Take care and happy trading.
Yeah, me done talking. Yeah, me does them gun barking you. Yeah, me done talking. Yeah, me does them gun barking you. Yeah, me done talking. Yeah, me does